excited?
I am so excited. Here we are. We're going to do the wave.
We are leaving our Airbnb. It was a nice one.
We'll clear out a room.
All right. You checked? So we just stripped the beds. We had 3 rooms.
Fresh.
Nope. And we did do laundry. On the road again. We just left the Airbnb in Page and we are heading to the wave. We are going to meet a guide on this House Rock Valley Road. Anyway, we're gonna meet her there and she's gonna guide us in there. It's gonna be a beautiful sunrise.
That's Lake Powell over there, man.
This is Micah.
Hi!
She is our tour guide for today. Do you work for Kanab?
Kanab Tour Company. Yep.
So we are happy to have her show us through.
We're getting ready for the cold.
This is what I call brave. Wirepass Trailhead. To get to the Wirepass Trailhead, you do have to travel down House Rock Valley Road, which is a 8.4 mile unpaved, minimally maintained road. Our guide highly suggests when the road is wet that you have a 4-wheel drive vehicle.
Or when it's wet, it's just nasty clay, and then you have like this drop off into that wash.
Yeah, this one, you could just tell through here.
Yeah, this is the area that will get big old deep ruts. Wirepass Trailhead. You can hike Wirepass Slot Canyon down to Buckskin Gulch.
Yeah.
So we'll all go. Yeah.
At the trailhead there are some restrooms and again it is chilly. We're officially getting signed in. Are you excited?
I am so excited. Here we are. We're going to do the wave at Wirepass Gap. It's a little chilly this morning. Again, I'm wearing clothes.
Which is very unusual. It's probably low 40s and the wind is making it very cold.
But the sun is shining.
Alright, here we go. This is the wash that we're walking up to get to the start of the wave. Pollyanna was the one that was able to get the permit for us. We all tried, but she was the successful one. I'll put a link in the description below on what that process is for getting the wave permit. It is very hard to get. I'll also put a link up above. We are officially going Coyote Buttes North, half mile ahead. It is windy and cold today. I'm even changed the word from chilly to cold. We will leave no trace. So they have put in a couple of signs just to keep people on track because Micah was saying they have a lot of people that end up going down in there and then getting lost. She is on search and rescue. Well, the wind isn't too crazy. I heard about a rescue that needed to take place out here a couple of weeks ago. There were 2 men and on their way out they got lost. So search and rescue was initiated. They didn't get to them the first night. They had to spend the night in the cold and rain. For some reason they got separated the second day. Search and rescue found one of them on the second day. And then on the third day found the second one that was lost. He ended up in the hospital for a few days. So it is pretty serious out here if you don't know where you're going or how to get back. there's another marker here. The buttes are just up here. Twin Buttes. We are going to go to the right of the Twin Buttes. We got the Hershey Kisses and the Twin Buttes.
And those white cliffs. The wave is kind of directly down from that.
Oh.
You see the next little rock formation area, kind of the next level, it looks like little mounds.
Right.
The wave is just kind of right in the middle of there.
Micah calls them candy corn.
Right now we're going through there.
We're just heading towards that little sand dune.
All right. That's starting a wave right here.
Right?
Looks like a wave.
Nice colors.
We're in the same level. The rock formation.
Made it down into the wash area.
Manzanita has started blooming.
Oh.
Manzanita, so like Spanish, it means little apple.
Okay.
It actually has a little tiny
Little apple.
crab apple type fruit.
Now we're going to go up and hug to the right of the sand. Rock scramble!
She had to get started. Right here, there's a little reflection pool.
We are at the start of the wave.
Wave right now. You got a different view from this angle too. This is awesome.
We are leaving the wave and heading to the mini wave and hopefully see some dinosaur tracks.
Right, Betty?
It's cold.
I can attest that it's very cold out here because look, she converted. A little chilly, huh? So we're actually going to backtrack now. This wind is just pushing us all over, and there's some steep switchbacks we'd have to go on to get to the dinosaur tracks. So we are going to head back the way we came in.
Legs aren't quite as long.
You sidestep. You sidestep?
Yeah, but y'all's legs are long.
Kind of like a Texas two-step.
This is the wave from up above.
Wow. We're just coming out of the wave, and Betty, how was it?
Oh, there's no words. So colorful, so beautiful.
You know, this I can handle. Sunny and no wind. This is nice right here.
A little bit of sand.
This sand is like powder.
This one was more like a reptile, like probably on 4 legs with claws. And it starts right here, and you can just see those claws going on, wrapping around that. Little raptor-like tracks.
We had a reprieve from the wind and it just started again, but that's the candy corn we saw on the way in. I can see why people want to come back here. It is beautiful. The most boring part was at the beginning, before you got up here with all these rock formations, and then once you got to the wave, just going past the wave and then coming and looking down on it, that was stunning. Oh, I'm so glad we got the permit. So this is a different way coming out. This is the dividing line between Arizona and Utah. So this is actually the butte, one of the twin buttes, and we went on the right of it coming in. We're coming on the right of it coming out. There they are, the twin buttes. The sandals must be more comfortable.
Oh, they're way more comfy.
We are back to the section that people get lost in quite often. Our guide is on search and rescue, and she said there was a father and son that were out here and they ran into problems. The son got out, but the father did not make it, and it was due to dehydration. So you do want to make sure you have enough water. You can see the wash down there. Made it back to the wash. Got also goes into that canyon. Look how full it got. Wirepass Trailhead, we are back. We just finished doing the wave and thought we'd take a minute just to kind of recap. It was amazing. So let's hear it from the rest of the group here.
Awesomely spectacular, beautiful, cold.
Cold, yeah.
And windy.
That wind was whipping. It was the strongest yet. Diana?
All right, I wore long pants today. I'm very happy that I did that because it was incredibly windy. But what a beautiful hike. If you have an opportunity to come out here, apply for the permit, give yourself some flexibility in days. You really don't want to miss it.
I want to thank Pollyanna for winning this lottery. Without her, we would not be here. We'd be somewhere else on Buckskin Gulch or who knows where we'd be.
Yeah.
And we got to give a shout out to Micah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So we debated whether or not to go with a guided tour. We did go with Kanab Tour Company, and Micah was our tour guide. She was excellent. She got us back there, and it prevented us from having some aggravation amongst ourselves and getting off course and things like that. So for us, it was well worth it. There are people that go back there without it. If you do go back there on your own, just be aware if that road, that 8-mile road in, is slick at all with water, you better have a 4-wheel drive. She talked about a few people being stuck back there. So, but there was a ton of cars back there today.
Yeah,
there was a lot of people.
And a couple of weeks ago, they had to rescue somebody out of there. So, you know, you do have to be very careful.
Thank you, Micah. We had a great time.
What was your favorite pose and location within the wave?
Surfing USA.
She looked like a surfer. I mean, you gotta admit.
How about the number of people that you saw at the wave? What'd you think about it? Was it crowded or was it, what do you think?
So I thought it was pretty good. I mean, you're allowed about 65 people in there in one day. And I would say we saw about half that number, but they were spread out and nobody was fighting for the wave. I mean, we were there at the same time with some other people, but we were all shared, and pretty soon it just cleared out and we had the wave pretty much to ourselves.
I met a guy from the Bureau of Land Management. What was that discussion about?
Yes, but he was a nice guy,
Yeah.
and
He checked your permit.
You got carted in the wave.
God, that's right.
Pollyanna got carted in the wave.
How many times?
So tell us about what you had to do with this permit. Where'd you have to stick it?
So I had the permit on the back of my pack where they tell you to keep it visible at all times. I stuck it kind of in the cording weaving, the elastic weaving in the back of my pack. And he's like, oh, well, now I've messed it all up. Because he just kind of took it out and then he couldn't get it back in.
I didn't see that. So he actually looked at your permit.
Oh, yes. And he said, how many are in your group? And I said 4, and he went 1, 2, and the guide, Micah, said, I'm the guide.
Okay.
So she wasn't on the permit.
I missed all that.
Yeah. And I hear it's a $10,000 fine. But of course, the people who are up there monitoring, they can't fine you themselves, but they try to get your name and some information, and they relay it to the park rangers, because they really are doing a great job of keeping that area pristine and truly 64 people a day, that's it. And if you don't show up, you don't get to give your permit to someone else. Use it or lose it.
Okay, so finally, what would be your recommendations to anybody watching your channel?
Well, go ahead and try for the permit. There are a ton of other things to do out here if you can't get the permit, but it's very much worth getting it if you can.
Yes.
We were lucky, just very lucky.